Welcome to this channel. Okay, step into the shoes of a business professor with me today because we are gonna completely deconstruct a massive corporate illusion. We are looking at the company you interact with all the time, but I guarantee you the way you think it makes its money is entirely wrong. We are gonna peel back the layers of one of the greatest business models ever designed and uncover how a simple burger joint quietly executed the most brilliant real estate heist in the modern history. Think about it. When you see those golden arches, your brain instantly registers fast food, right? Burgers, fries, and quick meal. But I want to see you a little different method here and challenge your basic assumptions. McDonald's doesn't make most of its money from burgers. It makes it from rent. And once you see how their system actually works, you will realize they have been playing a completely different games this entire time. Because behind every Big Mac, there is a business model so powerful that even if a burger sales drop, the money still comes in. So the real question is McDonald's a restaurant or something much bigger? Welcome to Green Ledger, where we break down billion-dollar empires and strategies behind them. Today we are dissecting one of the most misunderstood companies in the world. Not the food, not the branding, but the system that turned a small burger stand into the over 40,000 locations globally. This story doesn't start with a corporation, it starts with two brothers, Richard and Maureen McDonald. In 1948, they did something radical. They shut down their own successful restaurant just to rebuild it from scratch. Why? To eliminate everything inefficient. 25 menu items cut to 9, no waiters, no customization, no wasted motion. What they created was a speedy system, an assembly line for food. Fast, cheap, repeatable, but there is a twist. They built the machine. Someone else figured out how to scale it. That someone was Ray Kroc, a milkshake machine salesman who noticed one small restaurant ordering 8 machines at once. That shouldn't happen. So he went to see it himself, and what he saw wasn't a restaurant. He saw a system. And he realized something the brothers didn't. The real product isn't the burger, it's the blueprint. Here's where everything changes. Today, over 90% of the McDonald's locations are franchised, but McDonald's doesn't just collect a royalty. They do something far more powerful. They own or control the land and the building. Then they lease it back to the franchisee. So every location pays a McDonald's a percentage of the sales plus rent every single month. Even if that store is struggling, the rent still gets paid. This creates a very different kind of business. Most companies depend on selling more products to grow. McDonald's, they get paid just for existing on the land they control, which means they are not just selling foods, they are acting as a global landlord at scale. And that changes everything. Because now franchises take on operational risks, McDonald's collects a predictable income, and the land itself keeps increasing in value. It's a business that earns from cash flow, real estate appreciation, brand power, all at the same time. This model isn't perfect. In fact, it's brutal if you are on the other side. Franchises don't just run a restaurant, they carry rent obligations, strict operational rules, thin margins, and they can't just walk away because McDonald's control their location. So while the system is powerful, it's also extremely controlling. Now, layer in marketing. The golden arches aren't just a logo, they are global signals of the certainty, same taste, same experience anywhere in the world. And when people are tired, hungry, or in rush, they don't choose the best option, they choose the most predictable one. Inside the kitchen, everything is engineered. Timers, portion control, standardized movement. This isn't cooking, it's precision manufacturing, which allows McDonald's to scale globally without losing consistency. McDonald's didn't win by being the best, they won by being the most consistent, the most accessible, the hardest to compete with on cost, because when you operate at global scales, everything gets cheaper, and when everything gets cheaper, competitors disappear. But here's something most people miss. If McDonald's started today, This model would be almost impossible to replicate. Prime real estate is already taken, costs are higher, competition is brutal, which means this isn't just a great strategy, it's a timing advantage that turned it into the monopoly-like a position. So what can we learn from this? First, build a system, not products. If it can't scale without you, it's not a business. Second, control the leverage point. In McDonald's case, it's the land. In your case, it might be data, distribution, or attention. Third, predictability beats brilliance. People don't come back for the best. They come back for the what they trust. Fourth, the real money is often behind the product. The visible business attracts customers. The hidden model makes the profit. McDonald's didn't just build a fast food chain. They built a system where even if the burger stops, the business still survives. And that raises a bigger question. In your industry, what's the real estate everyone else is ignoring? So here is a McDonald's strategy where we can summarize it in few points. They don't sell burgers, they sell control. The food builds a brand, the land builds an empire. Consistency is their product, real estate is their profit. If you don't own the platform, you are paying someone who does. If you want to understand how real business actually work, not just what they sell, subscribe to Green Ledger. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.